And here is what some of us mamas are thinking. When do I get time to just relax? So what if time was actually money? And every day you wake up, you have $24. You can't borrow from tomorrow and you can't roll over what you don't use wisely today. And there's no do-over. The average person, according to ChatGPT, spends about $7 sleeping, about $8 to $10 working, about $2 to $3 on taking our kids to activities, to school, paying bills, doing chores like laundry, cooking, cleaning, car maintenance, all the things that really make up your life. And then some, on average, are only spending $1 on your goals. And that leaves you with four. And most people are spending four of their dollars, meaning 4 hours of their time every day on non-essential things that are not bringing you any value. Now, this is not throwing shade at anyone because I'm guilty on how I spend my time. It was eye-opening for me to see that in general, outside of sleep and work, how else am I using my time? So in this video, I created a system, a process, a method, whatever you want to call it, that will help you manage your time better. It actually works if you work the system. It requires that you change your behavior. Changing behavior is so hard to do. However, the system is simple, and if you're slightly intrigued, I suggest you keep on watching because I'm going to show you how I set up my weekly schedule. Hey fabulous! I'm Kim and this is Embrace and Simplify You, and on this channel, I focus on helping us balance our life, achieve our goals, and take charge of our finances. I do this by providing simple and valuable productivity and finance tools. You can find them in the description box, and most of them are free for you to download today. If you're so inclined, please subscribe. I would love for you to join this fabulous community. Nothing but peace, love, and good vibes over here. So let's get into this video. What exactly have I created that has helped me manage my time better? So in the analogy, I was spending about 7 hours sleeping, 8 hours working. So that's 15 hours. Came to chores, spending about 2 hours doing a few things. I realized that I was wasting a lot of time watching TV. I would scroll on my phone. And again, there's no shade. It was just an eye opener because when I started this year, my goal was to achieve my goals. I definitely wanted to end the year with some evidence that I accomplished what I set out to do. One of the things about the system that I had to learn was paying attention to my energy. When I'm tired, my default is to not do the thing, whatever the thing is. If I'm tired, I'm not going to cook. If I'm tired, I'm not cleaning. If I'm tired, I'm not working on any of my goals. If I'm tired, I'm scrolling on social media or I'm watching TV. And the thing is, that's not intentionally resting either. A lot of times, I wasn't actually tired. I was just avoiding the responsibility. But with my system now, I'm not focused on being perfect with whatever it is I'm doing. I'm not even focused on how intensely I'm doing the thing. I'm more focused on just doing the thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't even have to enjoy it. I just got to do it. And that has been such a game changer for me, especially when it comes to moving my body intentionally. It was something that I was determined by fire by force to do this year. And I have consistently moved my body. I didn't say I've done it perfectly, and I didn't say that I've done it with gusto. No, sometimes I am just putting in 25%. I use Google Calendar to schedule my week, but I also had ChatGPT create this weekly calendar for me. You can use a calendar like this. You can use just anything that shows you Monday to Sunday, a week breakdown, and anything that has, your hours on the side. Something like that is helpful. I also use a notebook, and this is my all the things notebook. I have one for brain dumping, but this is everything that I need that really makes up my life so that I can see how to add it to my schedule. This is not for me to micromanage my time. It's more for me to be aware of all the things I need to do. Most days, I use my simple daily planner. So this is available for you to download. It's free. So I'm going to plan my week on my Google Calendar. And on that, what I will show you is blocking off my work schedule. After work, though, that's when I do some of the things that aren't as tasking. Now, they still require energy, but they're not as draining as doing YouTube. I may tidy up and do laundry. So if you have younger kids, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you're an entrepreneur, your schedule is going to look different. However, you can make it make sense to you. That way you're not burned out too much. And then that way you are also making time for yourself. And here is what some of us mamas are thinking. Well, when do I get time to just relax? You can take a nice shower by yourself when the kids are asleep, if that's feasible. You can do your nails if you're so inclined. But I'm just giving some suggestions of some other things you can do with your time, because yes, adulting is exhausting. It can be, especially if the only way that we rest is mindlessly doom scrolling on social media. I don't know of anyone that will honestly say that that relaxes them. I'm not throwing any shade on anyone. I doom scroll even with my system, and but I have to start catching myself now, because I'm asking myself, if I truly only had $24 in the day, do I want to even spend more than $1 on social media? What value am I getting out of it? Now, if social media is your means of business, that's when you block it off as that non-flexible working hours. Let's get into my Google Calendar. I'm going to show you my schedule. I'm going to select my calendar. You get your default calendar. I'm unchecking all of these calendars, creating a new calendar. One is going to be called work. I would suggest that you change your time zone. And then once it creates it, you're going to see it on the side here. And then I'm going to create one for mundane. I'll create one for appointments, one for goals. So I'll have family as well. Appointments is just my appointments. Now I'm going to start blocking out time on my calendar for certain things. Can go to more options. So I have my work hours. I will have it from 9 to 5:30 p.m. I just needed to repeat every weekday, which is an option, which is perfect. What do I typically do at the end of the day? From 7:30 to 8:30 p.m., I'm doing some mundane tasks. So I'll just say chores. I also want to exercise from 6 to 6:30. I have a morning routine. When I wake up at 5 a.m., I'm doing the things that bring me joy. That's when I just pour into myself. That's when I may learn something that is either going to benefit my channel or just benefit me intellectually. So now I have my morning routine. I want to add my goals that I want to accomplish in the morning. If I had a doctor's appointment on the 22nd, and as you can see, this is going to occur during my work schedule. Since this is a recurring event, I may move just this one to 5:30 if I want to. As for chores, this may be something that happens earlier in the day. What's pretty cool about doing it this way is I am planning for my time, and then I use this to determine my high, mid, and low schedule. So when I wake up that day, I can kind of sense what kind of day that I have. Or as the day progresses, that's when I determine, okay, right now my energy level is low. I'm supposed to exercise for 30 minutes. I'm only going to do 20 or 15. I just have a template for my ideal week. Let me go into the following week. As you can see, the ideal schedule stays because I have created it as a recurring thing. For next week, when I'm planning, I'm going to look at what appointments do I have that I should add to my calendar? Is there anything going on with my family? So that is basically how I set it up on my Google Calendar. Now notice I didn't include things like breakfast or lunch or dinner, and you can do that. The other thing that I want to mention that I typically do as well is plan for my next day. And I still consider that a mundane task, and I only do it for 30 minutes. So I'll add this here. For your life, it may take more than 30 minutes. I know that sometimes life is just busy, and I'm going to encourage you to hang in there. It will get better. So I just wanted to show you my Google Calendar setup. Once my week is set up, I'm going to then work on how I'm going to set up the next day. So if this resonated with you, I'd love for you to please like the video. It helps my channel tremendously. And if you enjoy the vibe, please consider subscribing. It is free. If no one has told you this today, you're valuable, you have purpose, you're more than enough. And on top of that, you are fabulous. Until May the 5th, until Cinco de Mayo, I'd like us to do this challenge. I want to challenge myself to only spend an hour a day on social media. So until my next video, I'd like for you to watch my previous video where I just really break down the system. It's not about being productive. It's more about figuring out the best way to use your time. I think you'll find that very valuable. I'll see y'all in my next. Bye, y'all.